Hello, girlies, gays, and theys, and welcome to my Ye Shunguang polling video, as well as my Sunna polls later. So I polled for Ye Shunguang back when her banner dropped when I was visiting my family for the holidays. So these are actually my dad's and my sister's polls, and let's take a look at her. Oh my god. I know if you've seen any of my other ZZZ videos, I know I went on and on about how much I love Alice, but you know what? Fight me. I fell for the waifu bait. I love her so much. She's so cute. And the fact that she's basically Void Hunter level. Like, what was I supposed to do? Not pull for her? Skip her? Psh, not my gay ass. So, today we're going to be pulling for Ye Shunguang. And if you haven't seen my last ZZZ video, I did pull my Lucia... I did not pull Lucia. So, Ye Shunguang is guaranteed, which I did not tell my dad. So this is me explaining to my father what I need him to do for me because my sister went on a trip so she can pull for me. And my dad was such a good sport about it, though very confused. So forgot what pity that was. But yeah, I love Ye Shunguang. I love the relationship with her and her brother. I know people are upset about the kind of like how they kind of made her a love interest like for the proxy again another waifu bait, but did you guys ever think about how she's my wife? How they did that for me? And this I just kept having to tell my dad, do it again, and he would be like, what are we waiting for? And I was like, we're trying to get the character. And he was like, so we have to keep pressing this button to try and my poor dad. I was interrupting the football game, so he was very checked out, but still a good sport. So if there's any long pauses, it's me being like, Dad, you need to do it again, please. So I didn't tell him. I lied. And I didn't tell him that she wasn't guaranteed. However, her W engine is not guaranteed. So very nervous about that. Look at her taking me to 20 pity. And then there she is. I was very nice. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad. I was lying. I was like, oh, I hope I pull her. I hope that's it. And he was just like, okay. So then when she did show up, I was like, oh my god, Dad, you did it. I'm so happy. Thank you. And he was like, okay, cool. Nice. My nerd ass daughter. Oh my gosh, where is she? Give her to me. I can't believe she was the very last pull too. So that means I technically got her at 80 pity. As is with ZZZ. And there she is. Guys, how can you not be obsessed? Please look at her. Did you look at her? Oh my god. So pretty. My baby. So let's see. Okay, 8. I forgot what pity. Okay, oh, that's right. I was like, what pity was I at? I did cheeky pulls. This is what I did. I did cheeky pulls because I skipped a dial-in. I skipped dial-in because I wanted my guaranteed Ye Shunguang. Even though everyone was like, dial-in, so great, blah, blah, blah. So sorry, skipped her. We'll probably get her on rerun. And I did cheeky pulls in Hugo's W Engine banner because I wanted Vivian's free skin. So that's what I did. I did some cheeky pulls in Hugo's W Engine banner and in Dylan's banner to get enough pity to get the free Vivian skin. I forgot I did that. That's why I only had 33 pity left. So I didn't tell my dad Well, I didn't explain the whole 75-25 concept, but I did explain that I was trying to get her weapon 2 and that it was also not guaranteed. So I needed him to win my 75-25 for me, and I was very stressed. Can you believe I actually filled up on W engines? This is crazy to me as someone that pulled Ellen Joe like the first day and then didn't pull another limited character until later. The concept of being out of engines and stuff. But yeah, so pulled him. He's cute. The Bangaboo, I forgot what they were called for a minute. Pulled her Bangaboo, and then I forgot what pity I was at for a W engine. Was I at 23? Let's see. Yeah, 23. So need to go and do more grinding. Meanwhile, my poor dad is just trying to watch football. I was like, Dad, no, wait, please, I need you to give me this weapon, please. But it was so nice seeing my family for the holidays. Oh, she's so beautiful. I love her so much. So I have to say, I truly was. This is the first time in all of ZZZ I have never been so tempted by an outfit than Ye Shunguang's, mainly because 1, it's pink. 2, it makes her whole profile pink, which is enough to get me obsessed. You put my favorite character, my best girl, in a pink outfit and turn her into a pink character, I will become obsessed. But as a free-to-play player, it was a lot of back and forth of, I don't want to break free-to-play. I have pride in my free-to-play versus I want my favorite character to be pink and pretty and amazing. So we'll get into that later. But for now, I almost forgot about Xiao. We also got Xiao. So I had to build 2 characters the same day. But it's so crazy to think what... I don't want to use the term 180 because it's not like I hated ZZZ when it first came out. But it's crazy to think how in our year 2026, I actually like ZZZ so much more than when it first came out. I feel like a lot of people that played first day or like started playing the first couple patches are very nostalgic for early ZZZ. A lot of people are upset about the loss of the television system and a lot of the old like story, like how the story worked in the city and how we would jump to different fractions so fast and kind of like the quirkiness of the early game. And while I do have some nostalgia for that, and I loved Hugo's story, man. I do think overall the overarching plot of 1.x was better. As a day 1 player, I feel like I'm allowed to say this. I think ZZZ's gotten better as time's gone on. I think for me, I can't speak for everyone. I think for me, their character designs have gotten better. The gameplay feels a lot better. I can acknowledge that I'm one of those people that hated the television system. I'm so sorry. It was too long. It was boring. Maybe if they had it now when there was more, where there's more characters now that I like, maybe I would be more into it. But at the time, like, it took so long before there was a character that I cared about in ZZZ, because it's like I pulled Ellen and then I spent 3 patches pulling for Lycan in the standard banner. Like, some of the early games I was like, oh no, I truly am playing a Gunnar game. Not that Genshin and Honkai aren't guilty of Gunnar elements, but they weren't gooning for me. I was not the kind of person that they were trying to appeal to, and I get it. But then with the introduction of Lighter, Miyabi, Hugo and Vivian, Astra and Evelyn, and there being more characters that I liked, and then honestly overall 2.x, I've really enjoyed their character designs. Yuzon, Alice, my girls. And then, of course, Ye Shunguang, and then we're getting the Angels of Delusion. Who else have I enjoyed? I mean, not every 2.x character has been my favorite character design or even story-wise, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I care about ZZZ a lot more now than I did in, like, the early times, but that's just me. No hard feelings if you're someone that's nostalgic for early ZZZ. Your opinion's completely valid. I'm having a great time. I'm finally doing endgame stuff, like actually attempting Deadly Assault and stuff. I didn't do any endgame, nothing when I first started playing. So that's why I'm able to go back and like grind for characters, because I skipped so much stuff. Like even when I was struggling for like lighter Miyabi, like losing their 50/50s bad and going to like super hard pity, I still like didn't have to go back too far. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, oh no, I have to go back and do like a lot of challenge, like those like hard mode challenges that I skipped. So yeah, so when Ye Shunguang's W engine did not want to go home or come home, I kept being like, Dad, wait, just give me a few minutes, and I would go back and try and like find like side quest or like map exploration to do. I was like, Dad, please help me get this W engine, please. But I don't know, I am getting to a point, which I'll talk about it with Sunna's banner too, but I am getting to a point where, since I am actually like doing end game stuff and like actually building like good teams, but like have gone back enough to like old stuff, I'm like I'm running out of stuff. So now it's like the next character who's like 50/50 I lose, it's gonna be like, oh no, I'm just gonna have to accept it, which is unfortunate, but ZZZ has been a lot of fun. I don't know. I am a story skipper. I'm sorry. A lot of the time, if it's a patch that I really care about, like I'll try my best, like to read and like follow along, because I care about the characters. But like Lucia's story, Dylan's story. I mean, when Ye Shunguang was there, I was excited, but I don't know. I'm 100% guilty of story skipping, which I know a lot of people hate. I know a lot of people are like, if you don't care about the story, you don't actually care about the game, which I'm like, I'm someone where I don't think that's entirely true, because gacha games have so much more to them than just story. Like there's so many like battle and like character building elements. But yeah, can you believe I'm at 77 pity for this W engine? And then there it is. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, this is it. This is the moment. And he was like, what? And then he won me my 75-25. Guys, this is my third 75-25 that I've won in a row. And by that, I mean, it's the third. It's the only one I've done. I have not lost a 75-25 in ZZZ, which is crazy. So thank you, Dad. Love you. Appreciate you. So now, skipping far ahead, you might be wondering, wait, Mads, when did you get M1 and now M2 Ye Shunguang? So, throughout January, I was playing, of course, ZZZ, and obviously obsessed and in love with Ye Shunguang, that when my sister came home, I knew I wanted Sunna. I've always known I wanted Sunna. She's my favorite Angel of Delusion. My sister got home, and I said, hey, can you please just do like some cheeky polls? I had like 20 polls. She got me Ye Shunguang's M1 in 20 polls. And at that point, I was like, oh my gosh. And then everyone was talking about her M2. So I just did some cheeky polls for her M2 and won the M2 50/50. So as a free-to-play player, I am now the owner of an M2 Ye Shunguang. So you might be thinking, the Mads, why are you looking at the monochromes. Well, my wonderful Mad Tea Party enjoyers, I told myself that if I won the 50-50 for Ye Shunguang's M2, that I would buy her outfit because she would become, like, forever. Like, probably for the rest of the time I play the game until power creep maybe happens in the next year or two. She is going to be my best built character. So if there's any character that I buy an outfit for, a paid skin for, it is going to be my main DPS, my main character. And look at how stunning she is. Okay, so now you might be thinking, Mads, what is this? No lie, dead ass. I, again, was just trying to build pity for Sunna, of course, in the back of my head being like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if I had her M3 like background? And not even the next 10 pull, I lost her M3 50-50 to Grace. So my Sunna is now guaranteed. Wild stuff we had in January. But now, here we are. Welcome to the Angels of Delusion summons. Oh my god, guys, they're finally here. They're so cute. I'm so happy. I love my idols. You guys know me. You know how much I love ensemble stars. You know I love K-pop. You know I love all that. You know that I was going to be a sucker for the Angels of Delusions. And Sunna's blonde and she wears pink. She's my favorite. Like, even, like, you didn't even have to tell me she was a best in slot support for Ye Shunguang, and I was still going to pull her regardless. But the fact that, one, she is the best in slot support for my main DPS. Two, she's stunning. Three, if I get her friends, they dance on my screen. And four, she's guaranteed. All we do is win. All we do is win as Mad Tea Party. Look at Ye Shunguang. I don't hate the outfit. I know a lot of people hate her maid outfit. I don't hate the outfit. I'm not going to buy it. Maybe if Sunna wants to come home in like 30 pulls, because I've had an awful day. Work's been a lot. Honestly, I've kind of had an awful week. Sunna wants to come home early for me. That would be awesome. But the fact that, one, she's guaranteed. Two, the devs are giving us so many pulls. It feels good knowing she's for sure going home. It always feels good having a guaranteed and not being stressed that they're not coming home. I can pre-farm a bit with no worry. Look at her. The other thing, too, with her outfit is I think it's really cute. I can look at the really cute maid kitty outfit and just think she's adorable and not be a complete weirdo about it. However, this is my thing, is it turns her backpack red. And I love how pink Sunna is. And so the fact that her maid outfit turns her red makes me sad. When this outfit, she's got her pink microphone, got her pink backpack, got her pink socks. What are those socks? Stockings, boot socks? I don't know. So yeah, I'm so excited to pull for Sunna. I'm so excited for my Ye Shunguang to be stronger. I know the dial-in is still technically her best in slot, but if I ever pulled dial-in, I would probably put her with Ye Shunguang. Again, can you guys believe I got Ye Shunguang M2 completely free to play? I know there's going to be people that say that because I bought her dress, I'm no longer free to play. I also acknowledge that I'm kind of no longer free to play in ZZZ, but I'm going to try my best to maintain no longer spending any money. That was a one and done. I just wanted a pink pretty dress for my favorite character. I don't think I can be faulted for that, but it is what it is. So, into the Sunna polls. If Sunna's kind to me, I will try and pull Ira. I do think Ira's cute, but I think I'm waiting to see what Nangguan Yu does. Is that how you pronounce her name? She's really cute. I assume since the goal is that you play all three angels together, that she's going to end up being some kind of maybe like stunner. or sub DPS or something if Ira is more of a main DPS, but we'll see. Some kind of shielder or even healer would be cool, but I imagine she's probably going to be a sub DPS instead. And then Sunna did not come home to me early. Oh my gosh, it's almost like maybe if I didn't use all my pulls on M2 Ye Shunguang, this would not be that difficult. And I don't think I'm going to pull her W engine, at least not right now. I'm kind of at a point, like, obviously I love her, but I think I kind of want to save W engines for main DPSs. I don't think I'm going to pull Ira's W engine. I'm still convinced I'm going to lose the Ira 50-50, even with how many pulls they say they're giving us. So if I lose the Ira 50-50, I'm going to then use my guaranteed probably on the next angel or whoever else is good for Ye Shunguang. To think, in a game like ZZZ, when for so long I was so uninterested in so many of the female characters' designs, and now I'm just so uninterested in most of the male character designs that I'm like, give me my girlfriends, give me my daughters, please. But yeah, it feels good knowing that Sunna is guaranteed. Would have been cool if she came home to me early, but seeing again as how I got M1 Ye Shunguang in 20 pulls and then immediately lost the M3 50-50 right after getting her M2, I can't complain. I've already been lucky enough. In a way, you could argue this is technically early if I had stopped right when I had gotten Ye Shunguang's M2 and didn't do a cheeky 10 pull, but it is what it is. But see, this is what I'm talking about, getting to a point where I'm like, I'm running out of stuff to grind to try and get the characters I really want. It's hard. But at least now, like, I'm actually doing, what is it called? The Hollow First or whatever. I'm actually doing that. I didn't do Deadly Assault for months, guys. I know it's embarrassing, but it's because I didn't have any teams. For so long, all I had was Ellen Jo. And then I had Ellen Jo and Miyabi. Then again, they're both ice. So whenever you have stuff where it's like electric ether, I was like, well. And then I got Hugo. So I had 3 ice DPSs for all of 1.x. I did that to myself. And also Hoyoverse did not give me characters that I cared about. But luckily, I have expanded here in 2.x. And now I have physical DPSs. I just keep pulling physical characters. I have Yuzua, I have Alice, I have Ye Shunguang. I'm trying for Sunna. But I have Yishuan, which I will invest in Rupture at some point. If I do end up eventually pulling Dylan, I would like to put her on a Yishuan team. I guess if I'm lucky enough and win the Ira 50-50, that would be an ether DPS. So I'm kind of in the mood to expand my horizons, look for other characters. I feel kind of sad that my poor Hugo is benched. But I knew deep down, I was like, I'm getting him just because I love him so much. And 1.6 and 1.7 were like 2 of my favorite patches. He's so beautiful. I love Hugo. But now, if I had to save my top 3 favorite characters right now, be 1, Ye Shunguang, 2, Alice, 3, Miyabi. So like, Hugo's definitely my top 5. But now with Sunna, I'm like, is Hugo even my number 4? Do I like Hugo more than Miyabi character-wise? Not DPS-wise, obviously. I love my Miyabi. Hoyoverse can try and power creep her, but I will use Miyabi in everything. I love Miyabi. They can try all they want, but I will use Miyabi for everything. Now, my M2 Ye Shunguang, It's just so good. People keep being like, Sunna's just a side grade to Astra. Sunna's just a side grade for Dylan. I don't care. My Ye Shunguang's M2. I am not struggling. I want Sunna because she's blonde and pink and beautiful. Guys, we're at 80 pity again. I was struggling. I was grinding for hours, and I know that we get 3 polls tomorrow, the next day as of recording, but I could not wait. I want Sunna now, and it is the weekend. I am de-stressing from my long, awful week, so I did go back. I've been doing the hard mode challenges in the HDD that I never did back during 1.x. But the fact, look at this, we're at 82 pity. She is not home. This is 82 pity. I need to stop solo YOLOing in this game. This game keeps punishing me. I had to get lighter after 80 pity, Miyabi after 80 pity. I'm pretty sure Alice was either at 80 pity or right after. Technically, Ye Shunguang I got at 80 pity. This game hates me. Oh my god. Ugh. And then I go back on the grind. This is poll 84. And then I was like, please be Billy, please be Billy. But it's Korean, so that's good. So we can buy another poll. What is this? Polls 85. It took me 85 pity to get my guaranteed Sunna. This is what I get. This is what I get for pulling M2 Ye Shunguang. Guys, I might be biased, but I think she's the best designed angel. Mod-wise, model-wise. Her model's so good. I know it's because I love blondes and pink. However, genuinely, just based on face model, I think she's the best. Hands down. So cute. Ugh, guys, that was such a struggle. I wish I could explain the pain of... Because I feel like I end up solo YOLOing, because by the time it gets to, the 70s, I'm like, oh, it's any pull now. And then once you get to 80, you're like, oh my god, where are they? And so I didn't pre-farm in terms of her disk drives or anything. This is how much I love Astra, and Astra took so much because I lost her original 50/50 and then I lost her rerun 50/50. So she's always a character that I'm always going to be like, I work so hard for her. But I'm so bad at playing Astra that I was like, you know what, Sunna, you can have Astra's W engine. I don't know how much I'm going to be playing Astra. Which is sad, because Astra is a character I like a lot and genuinely really, really wanted. But if I suck at playing a character, I'm not going to force myself to keep playing the character, so I might as well give her better W engine to a character I'm going to play a lot. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the Angels of Illusion? Are you pulling for Sunna? Are you going all in for Ira? Are you not interested in any of them? Let me know what you think. Obviously, I've been waiting for them since the leaks. I always knew that they'd be characters that I was interested in. Love J-pop, love idols, love anything to do with any kind of idol show, idol game. But there are people that are skipping that don't care. So you never know. To each their own. There are people that when I told them I did not care about Jane at all, they were probably like, what? You don't like Jane? So everyone's different. There are people that don't like Ye Shunguang's design, which is completely fine. I mean, don't feel like you need to pull Void Hunters. I love how my thing is, here I'm at Tea Party, we don't pull for meta. But ZZZ just keeps making their meta characters. characters that I like. Like, I own all 3 quote-unquote Void Hunter level DPSs. And I keep skipping, well, besides Hugo, love my boy, but I keep skipping the not as good DPSs like Yidhari. I guess people would claim that Alice isn't very good. I love Alice. I think Alice is great. I think she's strong. I did get her W engine, so that probably helps a lot, but I love playing as Alice. And she's blonde and cute. So yeah, here at Mad Tea Party, we don't pull for meta. We don't listen to what the people on Reddit say. We don't care about getting brick after brick after brick. We pull for handsome men and our adorable, adorable wives and daughters. And I pull for sons too. I think she needs, 3,500 attacks, so I'm going to have to go through the disk drives. Look at, what a boss. Why? Oh, that's something I saw a lot of people complain about too. Why the heck did they pair her with Nekomata for her, her character test? That was awful. I was like, why am I struggling? This is the character test. This is supposed to be easy. I know she's a support because they freaking put her with Nekomata. It is what it is. But yeah, so thinking about the future of ZZZ, I'm going to try for Ira when she comes out, definitely. I still think, I know why they put Sunna in the first half, since there's probably people like me that are pulling for her for Ye Shunguang. But the fact that Ira's the DPS, and honestly playing the story feels like the push character, and she's in the second half in the shorter time span, does feel wild. But I guess Sunna's just that bitch. She's the best. But so during the rest of Sunna's banner, I don't think I'm going to pull her W engine. I'm just going to save for Ira. I'll try for Ira. If I don't get her or lose the 50-50, I'll try for the next angel. And then after the angel, I don't know, I guess the only character who's one where I'm like, I would really like them would be Dylan. So yeah, I'd like to invest in Rupture, because right now my poor Yushuan is only benched unless Deadly Assault happens. But here is my beautiful Sunna. I can activate that after grinding for some more hours. Got her attack up. I don't know if that's a good energy regen. I'm scared to check. There's my beautiful pink M2 Ye Shunguang. There's my Alice. Hi, Miyabi. Look at my girls. Oh, look at my cute girly game for the girls and the gays. If you play ZZZ, you're a girl or a gay or they. I don't make the rules. I just state the facts. Look at her. Stunning, amazing, spectacular, 10 out of 10. Guys, I've noticed a difference immediately. I know I was playing Ye Shunguang, Astra, Zhao, but switching out Astra for Sunna, life-changing. Oh my god. I don't know. I didn't even think you could make M2 Ye Shunguang stronger, and they did. It's fantastic. But I'll definitely be saving for Ira. So if I end up pulling for Ira, hopefully I can make a video. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. Work, holidays, stuff. But I am trying my best for 2026 to come out with more videos, to come out with different kinds of videos too, besides just gacha gaming. I just have to, really motivate myself and tell myself to do it and believe in myself, because I've been feeling kind of insecure, but it is what it is. So thank you guys for watching. If you pulled Sunna or Ye Shunguang, let me know. I hope you guys all have an awesome new year, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's wait and see if Sunna will bless us with a dance to send us out. Have a great day. Bye!